We are so happy to have with us this evening via our phone line is the Jackson State Athletic Director, Ashley Robinson. First of all, Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. How's everything going, man, with this pandemic going around, the virus? Is your family okay? You okay?
Everybody's good. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, Ashley, I know this is something that has been unprecedented, man. I know the first time you had to deal with this was when your basketball teams were headed to the SWAC basketball tournament. How have you been able to deal with this and what's going on at Jackson State?
Very, very exciting things still going on at Jackson State. It's been very tough for the last 3 or 4 months, with the COVID-19 and the tough times that we're having right now. But we're staying optimistic. Everyone is safe. Everyone is healthy. Student athletes, as you see in the classroom, they're knocking the waters out and they're still going to class and doing great things in the classroom. As you see, we led HGCUs and all APR rankings that came out last week. So very excited about that. It's one, 2 things I ask my student athletes to do is to graduate and receive a championship. And definitely we're doing it, with COVID-19, we had to suspend sports, but, our academics still went along online and our student athletes did a really, really good job. So I want to commend my staff, commend our coaches, commend our Associate AD for compliance and academics, Hakeem McCullen and his staff, and our students. Student athletes, they really brought in and they're really doing a really good job in the classroom. And we want to continue that success. So that's very exciting news when you see athletes doing, great work on and off the court.
And, one of your athletes, Peanut Ross, is a finalist for the, I think it's Arthur Ashe Award. Yeah. And that's, for his work in the classroom and off the classroom, out of the classroom. How good is this for you to have one of your players nominated for this?
Very, very exciting, very exciting. You look at Peanut. I mean, he's from Jackson, born and raised, another JPS, standout. Not only has he had his undergrad degree, but he's working on his master's as well. He's done a really good job. As you know, he's been with Coach Brent a long time. Very good student, very good young man. Set great examples, for our student athletes. I wish we could have more young men that's like Peanut, but very excited for him, to see him grow each and every day. And I mean, he's done a really good job on and off the court as well. So very excited for him. And when you can see your athletes, when you can see that type of excitement, on and off the court, that's very good. It's very rare that you have a student athlete that does well on the court and also in the classroom. And Arthur Ashe, I think that is a big accomplishment. He's nominated for Male Athlete of the Year. And, we're hoping that, that he receives that award, but just being nominated and being a part of that process is really, really very exciting. So I'm very, very happy for him. Congratulations to him as well.
Hey, Coach, Ash, I want to ask you a question in reference to this quote that you made and then follow with another question. This is the type of success everyone should be proud of at Jackson State University. I am very proud of our student athletes that put in the hard work within the classroom. The work our academic staff does each day should not go unnoticed. They are continually committed to our academic success. Now, that's a quote that you provided on your website. Now, I know with the challenges at an HBCU, working with student athletes, and sometimes they say that student athletes are just giving grades or they're not attending classes. What can you say to those individuals that say that about student athletes, which you once were to a student athlete?
To explain, as being a student athlete and also, being an athletic administrator and being, able to talk to those in that language of being in their shoes, it's hard for a student athlete. You got to think about the time management and as they travel, as they practice, as they prepare, as they be a college student, as they go to class. I mean, they have a lot of things, on their plate, a lot of things that they have to do from a day-to-day basis. And I don't know if people have sat down and just thought about it. And to see a student athlete doing well, in the classroom is very big. The deal about giving grades and, they're athlete, they don't have to do work. It's harder for them. They have to do more work because they have less time to really rest. They have less time to do their homework. They have to be on a schedule every single day. And that's why when you see athletes graduate, when you see them have success, it's not hard for them to receive jobs because people want people to have that discipline, have that time management. That's something that athletics teaches you. And, they just have a lot on their plate. They have a lot of things to do. So we, as administrators, we have to make sure we have them structured and organized and put them in a setting to where they can be successful. Because coming to college, you want them to have the best experience, and you don't want that experience to be to where all they're thinking about is, I don't have time to do this, or it's all about academics. I think college is an overall experience. You want to have a good experience, in athletics. You want to have a good experience on campus. You want to have a good experience in your prospective colleges and fields that you're in. You want to just have a good experience overall. And one thing I can say here at Jackson State University, born and raised in Jackson, it's a great experience. And that's kudos to Jackson State University, to our alumni, our fans, our students. And, I want to give a shout out now to our interim president, Thomas Hudson, which is another JPS grad. He's doing a really good job in the acting role as carrying Jackson State and giving us a vision, a plan of what we're doing, moving forward. So that's the testament that you want to give as an athlete, and not only as an athlete, but as a student here at Jackson State. It's just a great experience, So that's something that Jackson State gives you, and that's very, very exciting to be a part of that as an administrator.
So you just add another title to yourself, recruiting specialist for Jackson State,
huh? I didn't know. Mr. Hudson went to JPS. What, he went to Lanier?
He went to Provine High School.
He went to Pro. I did not know that.
Well, that's one of your rivals too.
Wow, that's all right. We're talking with Ashley Robinson, Jackson State Athletics Director, and Ashley, man, you have assembled some of the best coaches in several different sports. In baseball with Omar Johnson, they were on their way to another SWAC tournament before COVID hit. He's just a winner. He's a proven winner at Jackson State. Dr.
Right.
Boykin, the bowling coach, Dr. Boykin, now Dr. Flogaitis. With the soccer team, Tamika Reed with the basketball team, Coach Brent. How have you been able to assemble these guys, and how successful have these coaches been for you?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, Rob. I'm gonna tell you, I got a good group of coaches, and as an AD, I'm very, very blessed and very thankful, for my coaches. And I tell my coaches all the time that I believe in being a supporting AD. I believe in being there for them, when things are needed. Everybody want to talk about win, but do we know what it takes to win? You have to support your coaches and your student athletes. And I have a really group of coaches. When it comes to their prospective sports, they can compete with anybody in the country. But we have to be there to support them and give them the resources and the things that they need to be successful. And that's kind of my role. I take that role of, I'm here to support. I'm here to make sure we have good experiences with our student athletes. I'm here to see Jackson State University grow. But also, when you build programs, it's all about how you support your coaches and how you do things for them, things that they're needed or resources when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to the academic progress, when it comes to the day-to-day operations and things they need to be successful. And, I'm really blessed, Rob, to be honest. We have a really, really group of coaches. And, sometimes when you're hiring, some people say you get lucky. Some people say, it depends on the situation, but we have good fit. And the coaches that we're brought in, they're very, very good fits for Jackson State University. And, I'm very excited about their success, very excited about the things they have done, in our past and as we continue to move forward. Very excited about this program. A lot of people, talk about Jackson State, University when you talk about the history and tradition. You talk about the, don't wake that giant up. But, I'm putting everybody on notice that giant has woke up, Rob, and Jackson State is coming. We're bringing that tradition back. We're bringing the glory days back. I promise you that. And with the help of my supporters, my fans, my alumni, my students, and just the whole community as a whole in Jackson University. When Jackson State Athletics is up, the whole Jackson, Mississippi, the city is just so excited. And we're going to bring them days back, Rob. I grew up during those days, and I know how the city can be of Jackson. So the giant is back, and I guarantee you, we're gonna blaze on our own trails, and we're gonna build on these traditions. So as you hear it in my voice, Jackson State is back. I'm very excited, and hey, it's a great day, and it's always a great day to be a Tiger.
Well, don't let Bernard hang around there. He just like that little step rock on the Flintstone with a cloud and the rain come down on it. Don't have him come around. Don't he like that slip rock, man? Well, Ashley, real quick, what about the football season? Everybody talking about that. Will there be a football season this year?
I think there definitely will be a football this season this year. I'm very optimistic about that. how it would look, Rob. Now, that's some of the things that we're gonna have to talk about. It's gonna be different.
Mm-hmm.
Things are gonna be totally different. It won't be a situation where we got 30 or 40,000 fans in the stadium. But we're working on some plans now. I've been working closely with our commissioner, Charles McCullum. He's been doing a really good job of leading us. And we're working to get things done. And the most important piece is the safety and healthy of our student athletes, the safety and healthy of our fans, our supporters, and the community. So we want to make sure that we have a safe environment. But I'm very optimistic. We're going to play some football this year, and we just got to make sure that we work out our safety measures and put some things in place to make sure that we're all safe.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. What type of preparations are you all making? I know that the NCAA is saying that they opening things up by June 1st. Are you guys making any preparation to receive that, or you may tell your staff that we're going to hold off and push the dates back?
Well, we're making some preparations. I'm working very closely with President Hudson now to put some plans in place. We want to make sure that we're safe first, and we're doing, all the safety and the measures on the day-to-day perspective to open up our facilities for workout. It won't be June 1st. I think that's a little too soon, but I think we're definitely working towards a date before camp starts. Before that we want to open up our facilities for workout for our student athletes. So working very closely with the university. As you know, President Hudson has me the chair of the task force for reopening JSU. So we're working closely with our committee to make sure we get that information to President Hudson, and we want to make sure that we're safe first, and we're looking at a date to open our facilities up for our student athletes.
All right. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. We know that you're busy. Please stay safe. I hope your family stays safe, especially your little daughter, the one that I filmed when she was on that stuffed tiger when she fell off.
Why y'all messing with the children, man?
She was funny.
Right.
Hey, messing with the children.
Be safe, man. Thank you so much, and best of luck to you.
I appreciate it, Ash.
All right. All right. Thank you. Go Tigers.
Yes, sir. That's